share it.
You can tell me honestly, Doctor. How can I save water in the home?
What are you talking about?
Ask the right people about saving energy. Visit energysavingtrust.org.uk or call 0800 512 012.
I want something we haven't had in a while. Something different, something that'll really hit the spot.
Yeah.
What do you think of this? You like it?
Mush!
It's showtime.
Damn, that hit the spot.
Great films at 9. Every Friday from the 17th of July. Only on Bravo.
£130 million. That's the whopping sum paid out so far to the British people who played on Challenge Jackpot. It's time for you to get in on the action. Just visit our website at challengejackpot.com. Registering is quick and easy, and thousands of you have already done it. To get you started, for every £1 you deposit, we'll give you another £1 to play with, all the way up to 200. £130 million has been paid out to date. How much will you win?
They came from the four corners of the earth, the mightiest gladiators from Great Britain, Australia, the USA, Germany, South Africa, and Russia. Together they united to accept the challenge of the international champion contenders in a battle that will decide who is the best in the world.
At last, the moment nations across the globe have been waiting for. After 6 weeks of breathtaking action, the final of International Gladiators 1996 has arrived.
And Uli, it's not an exaggeration to say that tonight is one of the most important moments in the athletic lives of our four superb contenders. They have battled their way through the preliminary rounds, the semifinals, and tonight they are poised and ready to go at it one final time, competing for themselves and competing for their countries. Their quest for victory about to begin, and it should be spectacular.
And apart from national pride, all our finalists tonight will be sharing in these wonderful prizes. Our champions will each receive a tremendous trip for two around the world. And our runners-up will each take home £2,000.
So our international stage is set. Let's meet tonight's finalists. For the women, from Australia, Loreen Bavart. And from the USA, Peggy Odita.
Welcome once again, Loreen. Now, I know you're used to international competition. Tell us a little bit about your karate achievements.
Well, I've been 4 times Victorian champion, 4 times Australian champion, and 3 times world champion. I've been ranked in the top 4 for the last 7 years.
Well, that's pretty terrific, isn't it? So being used to international competition, do you think that's helped in International Gladiators?
Oh, definitely. It helps you get ready for each game, warm up, get your mind right. Definitely it does.
Now, am I tempting fate by asking you whether you've given any thought at all to the round-the-world trip or the prize money?
No, not at all. Not important at all. I just want to be #1 and win for Australia.
Well, that's good to hear. We'll be looking out for you. Best of luck, Loreen Bavard.
Peggy, I get the sense that competing here on International Gladiators is a lot like a heptathlon in that you don't really compete against your opponent, you really compete against the event.
Definitely. You've got to stay focused. You take one event at a time. You're not thinking about what your competitor's doing. You're concentrating on your own game.
A little nervous?
Yeah, a little bit.
Best of luck. Peggy Odita from the USA.
Now we've met our female finalists. Let's meet the Gladiators. They'll be facing tonight.
From the United States of America, Jazz! From Australia, Flame! From South Africa, Sahara! From Germany, Angel! From Russia, Astra! From the United Kingdom, Lightning, Vogue, Zodiac, and Jet!
So we've met the women. Time now to introduce you to our male contenders. From the USA, Pat Chismazia, and from Australia, Andrew Halliday.
Very warm welcome once again. Pat, tell us, what have you been up to since we saw you last? Have you done any special training to prepare for the final?
A lot of resting, just psyching myself out, get my adrenaline going. I haven't found it yet, but hopefully it'll kick in halfway.
We certainly hope so. Now, you faced the Gladiators and the Contenders twice already before. Are there any things that you've learnt in your experiences that you might be able to implement in the final today that you might do differently or do better?
Oh boy. I basically learned just to have a huge amount of respect for them. And we're rotating gladiators so much that it's difficult to know who you're going against and really what they're all about. So each time's a new experience.
The very best of luck, Pat Chismazia.
Andrew, people in Australia know that you are a superb athlete, Australian Gladiator champion. You also won a life-saving title, a former aerobics champion. If you win the International Gladiator Championship, where will it rank among your athletic achievements and why?
Now that's a toughie. No doubt winning International Gladiators will give me a bit more recognition around the world. But as far as the competition, I just feel like it's another one of those competitions that I go into to give myself a bit of spice, you know, and keep myself on the edge the whole time. And that's what I'm getting out of this.
In any athletic competition, whether you win or lose, you learn something a little bit about yourself. What have you learned about your competitive nature here in Birmingham?
It's been really tough being away from my home and not being around all my friends and family, and it's really hard to get yourself going all the time. And I've found that you really have to dig deep and know that you're only going to get one chance at this, so I'm not going to blow it.
Well, you and Pat should be a great matchup. Andrew Halliday of Australia, best of luck. Let him hear it.
So that's our male finalists. Let's meet the Gladiators. They'll be facing tonight.
From the United States of America, Thor! From Australia, Vulcan! From South Africa, Impy! From Germany, Flash and Giant! From Russia, Titan and Dynamite! From the United Kingdom, Cobra, Wolf and Hunter!
Well, there you have it. You've met the participants. Let's get it on. Let the international finals begin.
First up on pole X, it's Loreen from Australia. And she's going to be facing Lightning.
The UK's Lightning has proved herself in this international series to be one of the finest gladiators in the world. 5'6" and just over 9 stones, but her Australian opponent Loreen Bavard is 4 inches taller and 2 stones heavier. And it's that extra weight which is the problem for Loreen in this event. 10 points waiting at the top of the pole for Loreen. But just look at Lightning, smooth, rhythmic climb, completely confident, totally in control. Loreen smiling, she knows she's going to be first to drop. Lightning's there, slaps the button. Loreen down and out. This year, Lightning has conducted herself superbly. A replay will show us her incredible speed on the pole. Loreen scored 10 last time, but against Lightning, she was always going to hit the mat first.
And next up against Lightning, it's Peggy from the United States.
Peggy Odita from the US of A, same height as Loreen, but 2 pounds heavier, which doesn't bode well on the pole.
The poles. 3, 2, 1.
And they're away. First to the summit is the second to plummet. Lightning's climbing well. Oh, my goodness, Peggy's off. Well, I've not seen that before on poleaxe. You better see what happened there. Peggy, tentative, her first time up the pole, loses her grip and takes a flying trip.
That promised to be a very good climb, but you slipped.
Yeah, I had a little too much chalk on my hands, and it got a little slippery.
Very disappointed.
That's all right. There's more games to come.
That's what we like to hear. Let's hear it for Peggy.
Well, hardly the start these girls wanted in this international final. After one event, both off the pole, but not off the mark.
So we now move into the men's event with Pat from the United States. And he's going to be facing Hunter.
The hunky Hunter. He's no Billy Bunter. Superb physical and mental attitude. 6'3", 17 stone. His opponent is Pat Chidzmazia from America. Interesting to note that Pat is only 10 pounds heavier than his American colleague Peggy, but 4.5 stones lighter than Hunter.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, but oh my, Hunter is fast. He's like a rat up a drain pipe. Incredible. Look at him haul that huge body up the pole. But Pat's fast too. Scored 10 last time, but it's Hunter. Pat was blazing hot up there, but had to slide down the fireman's pole. The Hunter fans celebrate. It's what they've come to expect. Hunter with such agility for a huge man, with that lethal combination of speed, skill, strength and stamina, outpaces the lighter contender and consigns him to the crash mat.
Next up against Hunter, it's Andrew from Australia.
Probably the favourite for this international title. The amazing Aussie is just over a stone heavier than Pat, but still a massive 53 pounds lighter than Hunter. The huntsman prepares himself for another sculpt. And again, Hunter very fast, but he's going to have his work cut out. Superb technique. Andrew's first time on the pole, but seems to have got the knack. Who's it going to be? Oh, it's Hunter again. Andrew's axed from the pole, and the Hunter keeps a clean sheet. No one else gets the chance to score when there's Gladiators around. After one event, Andrew and Pat 0-0. Next.
Contenders are chomping at the bit and ready to go using the blue scoring markers from the USA, Peggy Odita. Using the red scoring markers from Australia, Loreen Bavart. For the Gladiators, Sahara, Astra, and Angel.
The Russian Astra, the South African Sahara, and the German Angel.
Over to our international referee, John Anderson.
USA, Australia, ready! Gladiators, ready!
Well, there's a winning trio, if ever I saw one.
3, 2.
This is going to be fast. Peggy. Oh, flies past the Angel. 3 points. Loreen with 3. What a start, Peggy. Astra can't hold it, nor Sahara. 2 more. Loreen another centre for 3. Peggy too fast for Angel. 2 more. Loreen sneaks another 2 for herself. Peggy slams home the blue for another 2 as well. I think these girls mean business. Reloads. Loreen, Angel stand, Sahara zipping through for 3 with Peggy. Loreen drops it in. Peggy again running rings round them. 2 more. Loreen, Astra can't hold her. Scores again. So does Peggy. This is the most incredible power ball I've ever seen. Loreen. Angel tries to get a piece. Can't hold her. 2 more. There's a first. Peggy tackled by Astra. Loreen reloads. Astra's there. And Sahara left standing. Centre basket for 3. Thank you. Peggy slams home another for 2 more. This is a massacre for the Glads. Loreen, oh, for once misses. And Peggy with a leisurely jog to pot another 3. Time running out. And for the first time in Powerball, it's the Gladiators who are grateful. Peggy again. This is hell for the Angel. 2 more. What an event for the contenders. The highest scoring Powerball ever. While Peggy takes a breather, let's look at it again. The Gladiators simply didn't have the power to make the tackles count.
Did you expect to be able to score as many times as that?
No. I think these guys, they haven't had a lot of practice doing this game, so we kind of ran them around a bit.
But you have no idea at this point how many points you scored.
Not at all. I have no clue.
Well, it's very, very close. Lorene, come in here a second. You were equally sensational out there. And I guess in defense of our three gladiators, again, experience is everything in Powerball, and quite frankly, you had experience on your side.
Yeah, well, our Australian Gladiators back at home, they're just awesome at this game, so I suppose I'm going to say thanks to them.
Two terrific athletes, Lorene Bavard from Australia, Peggy Odita, putting on a show in Powerball. Officially, John Anderson?
23-15.
23 for Peggy, 15 for Lorene. Wow.
Wow, indeed. Both girls getting off the mark in superb style in that second event. Back down to Mike.
The men are ready to be rocked. Can they roll? We're about to find out using the blue scoring markers. From Australia, Andrew Halliday. Trying to score with the red markers from the USA, Pat Chismazia. For the Gladiators, Titan, Impy, and Dynamite.
The Titan and Dynamite from Russia and the South African Impy.
Over to John Anderson.
Australia and USA, ready! Gladiators, ready!
Meet the Beastie Boys, 52 stones of muscle and mayhem.
3, 2, 1.
Let's play ball, Pats, with a hop and a skip. Dynamite pushes him out, and Australia's Andrew, you failed to pop the blue. Andrew again. Doesn't fail this time. Pat with space. Free run for the centre and 3. Andrew slips it home for 2. Pat again. Sandwiched out by the Imp and Dynamite. Andrew scores 3 again. Hello, the ref's blown up. It must be the Dynamite. He's taken a knock. Let's see what happened. Pat tries to split Dynamite and Impy. They sandwich him up, and Dynamite cops one in the chops. John Anderson's there, and the Gladiators' doctor, Bruce Websdale. And unfortunately, he's had his work cut out this season. Certainly quite a knock he's taken, but he wants to continue. He won't let his fans down, and they're pleased about that.
39 seconds remaining. 3, 2.
So 39 seconds, it's Pat again. Fast feet. Oh, look at that. Slips it in, and so does Andrew right under Impy's nose. The Aussie gets another blue. Dynamite ties him up badly. And here's Pat. Impy caught napping, 3 points. Andrew brushes aside Titan. Oh, Pat squeezes 2 in, and so does Andrew. Pat. Titan gets a grip on the American at last. First decent tackle we've seen from the big fella. Andrew. Oh, Titan takes away his helmet this time, but Andrew takes away the points. John Anderson stopped it again on 8 seconds.
Get on quickly. Andrew, get on quickly.
And that shoulder giving him some trouble. Andrew's girlfriend there. She'll give him some trouble. Timekeeper Andy Norgate straps him into the helmet, but if that shoulder has taken a knock, it's a worry.
2.
Here we go again. Here comes Andrew again. Oh, Titan way out of his class. Easy 2 for the Aussie. Pat fast past Dynamite and Titan for 2. Andrew with space in the centre for 3. And Pat sneaks in another 2 on the whistle. What a record breaker. The highest men's Powerball ever. It's been a dreadful day at the office for the Gladiators, both for the girls and boys. Brand new records.
Double-digit points, 2 tired contenders. Andrew Halliday, you win Powerball, but first of all, the condition of your left shoulder. I know you're wincing there.
I think it was Dynamite when he landed on me. He gave me a big bang in the shoulder. Might have put it out of place.
One of the toughest things you've ever done?
Oh, that game ranks right up there with it. You know, it kept us pumping back and throw, and yeah, I really felt it.
A little like rules football. Worse.
Different.
Pat, I know this is one event that you won over, and you won it over in a hurry, but you did fairly well.
I did okay. This is one event I wish I compared to football home in America, and I never played football, and I wish I did now. I wish I spent some time after school and stuck around and learned how to play the game.
Okay, good work. Referee John Anderson has the official score. John?
The score, 14 points to America and 18 points to Australia.
Andrew Halliday and Pat Chismazia.
A win for Andrew, but let's see that incident again. He had Dynamite on his back, tried to throw him, but Dynamite, 17.5 stone, came crashing down on Andrew's shoulder. He felt that. After 2 events in this international final, the American 14, the Australian 18.
That's the end of part 1, but stay with us. A lot more action to come as we continue after the break with more International Gladiators.
Welcome to New York City, guys.
It's tougher.
I need you to perform to my camera.
Sweeter.
I'm a 21-year-old virgin. That's weird.
And more bitter than before.
She could blow the runway just to make me look bad.
You have this you attitude. You're a tasteless Kate Moss.
This time with Tyson Beckford as mentor.
Step it up.
Even he's got competition.
Wow. Well, do I know how to make an entrance or what?
A brand new series of Make Me a Supermodel US starts Monday at 8, exclusive to Living. It's all about being in the right place at the right time.
We've got everything crossed, Dale.
Getting into winner's row.
Come on!
And staying out of the red.
Marge, I am so sorry.
Where winning the big money jackpot will take a little bit of luck, but a whole lot of skill. Then the only question left to answer is what you'll do with all that money.
I want a boob job.
Join Dale Winton for the Smash It quiz show In It to Win It, weeknights at 9, new to Challenge.
Hello, darling. What can I do for you today? Don't tell me. Let me guess. You want to give the kids some fruit and veg, but they don't want to know. Got some lovely carrots. How about cutting them up in small pieces, serve them with dips? Tell the kids you'll help them see in the dark or win the 100 metres. Fussy eaters, they'll come around soon enough, if you keep trying. Make sure you buy the stuff that's in season so you get the best value for money. If you can't get fresh, give them tinned or frozen. How about a date?
Visit nhs.uk/5 a day for tips on how you and your family can eat more fruit and veg.
3, 2, 1. Okay, team, the makeover has started. Rome may not have been built in a day, but these guys could have decorated it in 60 minutes.
This is our biggest challenge yet.
One team, one house, 1 hour.
Come on, guys, we need more urgency in here.
Can Claire Sweeney and her team beat the clock?
I love this room. It's gorgeous.
60-minute makeover, weekdays at 3, new to Challenge.
From the land of the rising sun, 2 great warrior traditions are about to collide. Challenge brings you Ninja Warrior and Unbeatable Banzuki. So follow your favorite competitors as they battle to conquer both tournaments. Ninja Warrior and Unbeatable Banzuki, weeknights at 5 on Challenge.
Welcome back to part 2, where we're all ready for lots more action in our next event. First up on Pendulum, from Australia is Lorraine. And she'll be facing the gladiator from the UK, Vogue.
Vogue, the British cover girl gladiator. She stands 4 inches shorter than Loreen and 22 pounds lighter. Over to John Anderson.
The pendulum.
So the pendulum swings out on this game of cat and mouse, played 30 feet above the arena floor, that ball over 15 feet in diameter. And Vogue straight into action, knows she's got to finish Loreen fast. Vogue high, Loreen going down. The Aussies on the edge of their seats. And Loreen on the edge of the world there. Dramatic shot of that dramatic swing. Vogue tantalisingly close, but Loreen looking to be making good her escape. Loreen will collect 5 points for evading capture for 40 seconds, 10 for lasting the full minute. And Vogue is struggling against the swing at the moment. Loreen trying to ride it out, knows she's pulled 5. And Vogue almost toe-to-toe with her. both struggling to come to terms with the power of the pendulum. The Australian will feel at home upside down here like that. Loreen using some clever tactics, moving to the toughest part of the pendulum for the Gladiator. Loreen trying to do just enough to keep out of harm's way. Yes, she's there. Vogue doesn't snatch the flag. 10 points for Loreen. The Australians celebrate the victory. Down she comes. In those early stages, Vogue was always looming large over Loreen, but when she headed for the south, Vogue's chances had gone west. What a downer.
Next up on pendulum from the USA is Peggy. And she'll be trying to keep out of the clutches of the Gladiator from the UK, Zodiac.
Zodiac's had a great domestic season this year and a star performer in the internationals. She's an inch shorter than Peggy Odita and 2 stones lighter.
The pendulum.
There's always one in every audience.
3, 2, 1.
Zodiac's record on the pendulum is unrivaled, and Peggy pulled 10 in her previous swing, so this should be a scorcher. Peggy's seen the Zodiac coming for her. Over the top, she's headed right. Peggy successfully putting some space between herself and the Gladiator. The American's giving it plenty, and so is Peggy up there. But Zodiac getting dangerously close. Peggy taking evasive action. Oh, she's gone! Just like she did on the poleaxe, Peggy makes the error which costs her the point. Unbelievable. Looking at it again, Peggy sees Zodiac making another assault, tries to drop down as fast as possible, but slips off the net on the pendulum and plunges out of it. After 3 events, Australia's Loreen swings to 25. Peggy from the US stays on 23.
Our first male contender on pendulum from the USA is Pat. And he'll be trying to steer clear of our Gladiator from Germany, Flash.
Earlier, the American contender told me what he thought of his fellow finalist, Andrew.
He's a very tough man. I have a lot of respect for him. It's going to be tough for me. And all I can do is pray, and when it's all over with, I'll shake his hand, whether I'm in front or behind, and it's going to be a good bout, for sure.
Set the pendulum.
The German Flash sets off to snatch Pat's ensign from his back, and Pat heads for the frozen north as well. He's in for a nasty shot. Round and round the mulberry bush they go. Flash really going for it. Pat scuttling to his right. From down here, he looks like a scarlet crab. Flash is after him. This looks as if it's going to be a war of attrition. Who can wear out who first? But Flash is fast. He's gaining on Pat. Incredibly close. Dives for him. Can't reach him. The American screaming, and Pat looks to have weathered the storm for now. Flash is elected for a game of cat and mouse. If he can't outrun the contender, perhaps he can outthink him. Well, Pat's good for 5. Pat furtively sneaking round the top, and Flash trying to keep out of sight. This really is high-tech, high-altitude, hide and seek. Flash makes a move. The time running down. Oh, Pat has escaped the Flash and claims his reward. 10 points. Cheers from the crowd, especially Galena, married to reigning international champion Wes Berry. This really called for mental as well as physical dexterity. One error from Pat would have broken the stalemate. But that error not forthcoming, so he lives to fight another day.
Our next male contender on pendulum from Australia is Andrew. And he'll be facing from the UK, resident bad boy, Wolf.
Getting his usual reception. This afternoon, I asked Andrew what he thought about appearing in this international final.
So here I'm in the finals. I'm really prepared for it. I'm not as nervous anymore because we've done. This will be the 3rd show. I'm coming up against Pat from the US. Back in Australia, we call Pat a dark horse because nobody actually think that a guy as placid as him would have as much talent as he does. So I'm looking forward to a really good contest from this boy, and if things go my way, I'll be across the finish line first.
Set the pendulum!
With that left shoulder heavily strapped, sets off. He's got to stay out of the wild wolf's clutches for a full minute if he's to bag 10 points. This is Andrew's first time on the pendulum. He knows the wolf is fast for a man of his age, and if there's a way to bend the rules up there, he'll find it. The protagonists are both at the top, circling the globe. The wolf, with the advantage of a superb sense of smell, can sniff out a contender, but Andrew, wary of his wily ways, a very impressive international contender and highly tipped to take the title. Andrew changing direction, directly opposite the Wolfman. Andrew's pulled 5 and frankly looks good for the 10. The wolf needs to use all his cunning if he's to come out of this with any dignity. Changing direction, but he'll need to come up with something a little more ingenious than that. This is the best behaved wolf has been all season, but that's only because he can't get near the contender to be horrible. Andrew Halliday from Australia really has judged this event very well indeed. He's going to get the maximum. The whistle goes, maximum points for Andrew, maximum encouragement from his girlfriend. Uh-oh, this is going to please him. There's Annie again, camera shy as ever. Nice wolf t-shirt there, all the better to taunt him with. After 3 events, Pat climbs up to 24, Andrew swings to 28. Next.
On the platform for the contenders, Australian Gladiator champion Loreen Bavards. On the other side of the rings, she's positively electric, she's lightning!
Positively charged, the Lightning conceded no points to Peggy on the poleaxe, looking to maintain that 100% record now against Loreen. Earlier, I spoke to Loreen about her appearance in this international final.
Well, here I am in the final Gladiators, something I thought I would never get to, but I'm here. Semi-final, lots of fun. The games were difficult, especially Hang Tough. Jet shot me down, but Hang Tough again today. Hopefully, I will get through.
Australia, ready!
Very positive. Lightning, undefeated in this event. Although she has rings on her fingers, there's no bells on her toes. The only bells we'll hear jangling will be the alarm bells sounding for Loreen. Loreen swings into the scoring zone. Lightning crossing over to put play to Loreen's ambition of adding to her score. And Loreen swinging well. She's set her sights on the Gladiators platform. Lightning ominously close though. Loreen swings straight into the same ring as Lightning. Oh, she's out of there. Full marks to Lightning, but no points to Loreen, and she is furious. The karate champion not used to finishing second best. Loreen sets her mind on a ring, but Lightning grabs it ahead of her, and the rest, along with Loreen, went down in history.
Up next for the contenders from the USA, Peggy Odita. For the Gladiators, the one, the only Jet.
And it's the first time we've seen this glamorous gladiator in the international final. It's what the crowd have been waiting for. Here's what the American had to say about her opposition in this final.
Today in the finals, I'm going to be competing against Loreen from Australia. She's a tough competitor. I'm not sure how we're going to do against each other. Basically, when I compete, I'm concerned about my own events and what I'm trying to do. I'm not watching what my competitor's doing. Again, it's going to be the person who makes the least amount of mistakes and the person who comes through the strongest in the final event, the eliminator.
3, 2, 1.
Jet swings out confident in the knowledge that when she previously faced Peggy in international competition, she beat her. Peggy swinging well into the scoring zone. Jet crossing to cover, guarding her platform like a swinging sentinel. Peggy, escapes her clutches, and Jet's in trouble. One ringed, Peggy's there. She's done it. 10 points. The first time ever the Jet has been defeated on Hang Tough. It took Peggy 24 seconds to score 10 points, and she can't believe it. Well, Jet commits herself to a big swing, mistimes it, Peggy swings out the way, Jet finds herself floundering on one ring, and Peggy finds herself swinging onto Jet's platform.
Peggy, it is one thing to win and hang tough. It is quite another to win and beat the best. Jet.
She's awesome. I mean, I had her in the semis, and I had some trouble. A little nervous. This time, I really wanted to get across.
Jet, you are an artist in this event, and the rings are your canvas. Trouble is, Peggy painted the better picture that time.
I have never been beaten on Hang Tough before, and I accept very gracious defeat with Peggy Odita. Well done.
About as good as you'll ever see, folks. Jet and Peggy Odita.
This, an incident-filled international final. After 4 events, Lorena's on 25, Peggy's on 33.
On the platform for the contenders from the USA, Pat Chizmazia. At the other end of this grid of rings, Cobra.
Well, this could end in tears. Oh, I think I'd end in tears if I tried that. Don't try this at home. No hissing, just cheers for the snake-tipped superstar of British Gladiators, Cobra, the crowd pleaser. Swings out to face Pat Chizmazia. Pat's got to grips with Giant on his last Hang Tough. That's to say, Giant got to grips with Pat and took him down. Oh, Cobra, an elegant exponent of the rings, mixes it with Pat. It's a blur of arms and legs up there. Oh, and Cobra comes away to re-evaluate. One ring, finding himself exposed. The Americans know the Gladiators in trouble. They can sense Pat's in with a chance, but Cobra recovers. Sticks a leg out on Pat. Pat swings past. Cobra tying himself up in all sorts of knots, and Pat is free. Cobra one rings, and Pat swings back into trouble. Cobra tries to grab a piece, but the Cobra helicopters to the crash mat. He did that against Andrew Halliday on his last Hang Tough. Can Pat swing to the platform to score 10? Yes, sir. Pat from the USA picks up match points. The best swinger in town.
Absolutely phenomenal on Hang Tough. And you got him, man. You got him.
I did, I got him, I can't believe it.
You almost swang back into him, though.
I got tangled up twice there, Mike, and I didn't know what was going to happen. I got away from him, and that's all that counts. I made it to the other side. I'm very happy. Very happy.
Cobra, I thought you were about to swallow him up, and then things got a little hairy up there.
Probably got overconfident. This is the Olympics of the Gladiators. These guys are the very best of the best. I don't mind beating by a guy this nice and this good. Well done.
Cobra and Pat Chizmazia, that was exciting to watch and Hang Tough.
The Americans certainly know how to hang tough. Oh, Cobra takes the quick exit. Oh, so does Mike. Our own Ulrika Johnson's promised she'll try that next year. Hopefully it'll be more elegant than Cobra's departure from the rings. Well, with Cobra grounded, all Pat had to do was swing himself onto the platform and into the points.
For the contenders, Australian Gladiator champion, Andrew Halliday. For the Gladiators, it's the German Giant.
The Giants with a 100% record in Hang Tough. But the Aussies are confident, especially Andrew's girlfriend, little Aussie Annie.
Over to referee, John Anderson. 3, 2,
Giant only 6'3", so German Giants must be traditionally smaller than the Giants we're used to. A genial gladiator, but one who knows how to get the job done. Andrew Halliday from Australia at a disadvantage following that shoulder injury. Heavily strapped, but swinging well. And into the scoring zone. Giant looks out of place. No, swings in, round the back way. Ties Andrew up with his legs. Andrew struggling like a fly in a trap. Giant points for the takedown. Yes, the Giant victorious on the rings again. After 4 events, Pat swings up to 34 while Andrew stays on 28.
Because this is the final, we have something very special for you here tonight. Now, somebody who the South African viewers will all recognise is the host of Gladiators, Mr. Glenn Hicks. And he's speaking right now with 2 very special guests.
Thanks, Kimberly. I'm sure everybody will remember last year's International Gladiators finals and the drama they produced. Well, with us here tonight, the winners from last year's finals. And I can tell you what, they are some very, very special people. And it will, of course, be their last night as reigning champions of International Gladiators. From the United States, Wesley Two Scoops Berry. And from the UK, Eunice Huttard. Very, very popular winners here last year in International Gladiators. I've got to ask you, Wesley, I've been wondering since I've come out from South Africa, please explain Two Scoops.
Real short and simple. My mother, she would never let me get away from the table unless I had 2 scoops of vegetables. So that's how that name started, with my mom giving me always 2 scoops.
And that's why you're so big and strong now.
That's very correct.
2 Scoops, you get ready over there for something very, very special from the main man from the USA. Eunice, it's been a great, great year for you since you won International Gladiators in this arena a year ago. I know for starters, you defended your European karate title.
Yeah, it was freestyle karate, and I gained my European title, so that was under my belt just after I finished Gladiators.
And another nice big boost for you, you got involved in the movies. I mean, you're a big, big star now. Tell me about that.
Yeah, through Gladiators, I got asked to audition for the James Bond movie, and I got on it, did my stuff, and it was totally awesome.
Eunice Huttard, Gladiator star and movie star. Eunice, I'll tell you what. Why don't you and I stand to one side here? And ladies and gentlemen, silence please, as Two Scoops takes on the car.
Well, he said he could do it, and there it is. Let's see it one more time in slow motion. Wesley Two Scoops takes the car.
Superstar, ladies and gentlemen, Two Scoops and Eunice Huttard. Great to see you again. The champions from last year. But of course, we crown new champions tonight. Let's go on with the finals, our next event.
First up on the duel, it's Loreen. And she's going to be facing Jazz.
The American Gladiator looking to make Loreen dance on that platform. Same height as Loreen, but 22 pounds heavier.
On guard. 3, 2, 1.
Loreen goes low, straight for the ankle. Well, I've never seen that before. Jazz digging in, and so's Loreen. Loreen 3 times world karate champion, but how is she with a butyl stick? Well, Jazz looking to offload some bombs, and Loreen concentrating upstairs, flying in those headshots. Bossing Jazz on the bombs. Jazz is going to have to improvise up there. Oh, Jazz spending a lot of time bent over there, while Loreen just poked away at her. Loreen's first time on the platform. Jazz could finish it with a belting hook. It's just a question of getting one in. Too late, time up. Jazz congratulates Loreen and her 5 points. And the Aussies are pleased with that. In the replay, we can study Jazz's technique. Stay low, build yourself up, and then let fly with a belter. A less durable duelist would have gone, and even Jazz was amazed that Loreen kept in there, battling away.
And she's facing Flame.
The Australian Flame, hot stuff indeed. An inch shorter than Peggy, but a pound heavier. And Peggy looking to snuff out the Flame.
On guard. 3, 2, 1.
Let's go! And Flame gets to it, throwing lefts and rights, keeping Peggy on her toes. The Gladiator knows Peggy scored a KO against Sahara in the semis. Flame keeping up relentless pressure on Peggy. Oh, what a roundhouse! Peggy with a backhander and another. Tremendous impact there. Oh, and Flame smiling, and Peggy looking to knock the smile off her face. Peggy digs in, ducks, and nudges her off the platform, out the back door with just under 5 seconds left. Peggy Odita of the USA scores 10. She knows she's been in a fight. The stars and stripes are flying. And after 5 events, Loreen from Australia is on 30, while Peggy's on 43.
We now move into the men's duel with Pat from the US. And he's going to be facing Vulcan.
Vulcan from Australia. Hard to see if he's got pointy ears under that hair. Stands 4 inches taller than Pat and over 5.5 stones heavier. Pat will do well to pull 10 in this battle.
3, 2, 1.
And the Vulcan gets to work. Not as we know it. first time either of them have been up on the platforms. Vulcan with a relentless hooking style. Oh, off he goes. Pat bails out the back door after that uppercut. The Vulcan is the victor. Captain James T. Kirk will be proud of that. There's the view from the cheap seats. Pat does well to get stuck in, worries Vulcan, but Vulcan with the hook and that stinging left uppercut gets the job done.
So before we move into the second part of the men's duel, we have some rather devastating news from the Australian camp. Andrew, I know you sustained an injury in Powerball. Explain what's happened.
Well, in less technical terms, it's a grade 2 to 4 injury of the AC joint.
All right.
Yeah, that's what it is.
So does this mean, obviously, in Hang Tough you had a pretty tough time, and now you feel you can't go on?
Yeah, well, I had the fortunate, well, I had some painkillers basically, and that sort of saw me through, but I won't be able to carry on.
Well, as you can hear, the audience are just as upset about that as we all are here, because it's been great to see you, and you must feel pretty devastated to be letting go of the competition at this late stage.
Well, I've done my best to get this far, and the audience has been great. Like, you know, it's been fantastic. They feel like my family. and I just, you know, I'm right behind Shane, and I hope he can do it for Australia.
Well, let's hope so. Shane Saltmarsh is the Australian substitute. Tell us just very quickly a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, I'm 28, I'm married, got a 3-year-old son, and I'm a physical training instructor for the Special Air Service Regiment in Australia.
Well, you will, of course, adopt Andrew's 28 points, if I'm correct, and you'll go up there on duel and do it for Australia. Let's hear it for Shane Saltmarsh.
Well, a tragedy for Andrew Halliday, having come this far in the international final. Shane Saltmarsh, as you heard, a physical training instructor with the Australian Special Air Service. He climbs up to face the American Hawk. Shane, impressive stats, the same height as the injured Andrew, but 6 pounds heavier.
And he's going to be facing Hawk.
Well, the only talking Hawk in captivity, the American Gladiator star, is 5 inches taller than Shane and 4 stones heavier. And Hawk appears to be shaking. I dread to think what he's trying to do up there. Well, a rare shot of Hawk with his mouth shut there, and Shane getting to work with a pugil stick. Hawk swinging wildly. Hawk down on one knee. Can Shane finish him? Oh, not quite able to put him to flight. Hawk sticking in a couple. Oh, Shane steps across. A disaster for the Australian just as he's about to humble the Hawk. Shane's supporters can't believe he threw it away. Shane was really taking the fight to Hawk, but just got too carried away, leant forward and kissed the points goodbye.
Well, Shane, as you know, by stepping onto the Gladiators platform, you forfeited the match, so picked up no points on this occasion. But you put up a great fight.
Yeah, I'd rather stay there for 30 seconds. Just disappointed with my balance, but still got eliminated to go, and we'll go all the way.
Well, that's good to hear. Come on, everybody, let's hear it for Shane!
Andrew Halliday's girlfriend acclaims the substitute Aussie after 5 events. Pat from America has 34, Shane from Australia 28.
Well, it's fast, it's furious, and it's the only thing that stands between our contenders and international glory. It is, of course, the Eliminator. Join us after the break here on International Gladiators.
Welcome to New York City, guys.
It's tougher.
I need you to perform for my camera.
Sweeter.
I'm a 21-year-old virgin. That's weird.
And more bitter than before.
She could blow the runway just to make me look bad.
You have this you attitude. You're a tasteless Kate Moss.
This time with Tyson Beckford as mentor.
Step it up.
Even he's got competition.
Wow. Well, do I know how to make an entrance or what?
A brand new series of Make Me a Supermodel US starts Monday at 8, exclusive to Living. It's all about being in the right place at the right time.
We've got everything crossed, Dale.
Getting into winner's row.
Come on!
And staying out of the red.
Marge, I am so sorry.
Where winning the big money jackpot will take a little bit of luck, but a whole lot of skill. Then the only question left to answer is what you'll do with all that money.
I want a boob job.
Join Dale Winton for the Smash It quiz show In It to Win It, weeknights at 9, new to Challenge.
There you go.
Oh, lovely.
Where would you like these, mistress? Anywhere inside, Les.
Yeah, I heard your son got into medical school. You must be so proud.
We're over the moon. You'll be able to retire then. No chance. Not with all those student fees. Les, 10 extra white tomorrow.
Accidents at work can shatter lives, so find out how to avoid them. Call us now or search online for Shattered Lives.
3, 2, 1. Okay, team, the makeover has started. Rome may not have been built in a day, but these guys could have decorated it in 60 minutes. This is our biggest challenge yet. One team, one house, 1 hour. Come on, guys, we need more urgency in here. Can Claire Sweeney and her team beat the clock? I love this room. It's gorgeous. 60-minute makeover, weekdays at 3, new to challenge.
From the land of the rising sun, two great warrior traditions are about to collide. Challenge brings you Ninja Warrior and Unbeatable Banzuki. So follow your favorite competitors as they battle to conquer both tournaments. Ninja Warrior and Unbeatable Banzuki, weeknights at 5 on Challenge.
Where we're just moments away from finding out who will be our champions of International Gladiators 1996. Now, in the women's competition, Loreen's on 30 points, Peggy's on 43 points. That's a 13-point difference, which will give Peggy a 6.5-second head start. The very best of both girls. We'll see them both at the end. Over to John Anderson.
USA, you will go on my first whistle. Australia, you will go on my second whistle. 3.
To become International Gladiator Champion 1995, Peggy Odita, 27 from the USA, starts a run high and low hurdles. Here comes 30-year-old Loreen Bavard from Australia, fastest eliminator timed at 1:10, and Peggy Odita faltering on the ropes. Loreen Bavard desperate for this title, the Australian Gladiators on their feet. Peggy swinging well on the overhead ladder, looks to have got it together at last, onto the rollers. Her fastest eliminator timed at 1:06, onto the net. And Loreen going like a rocket. Loreen very fast on the cargo net, looks to have stolen the lead. It's neck and neck on the net. Peggy pulling it back as they hit the top together. Loreen will go to the furthest zip. Australia and America, step for step, level on the zip. Simultaneous splashdown. We couldn't ask for a better final. Loreen is the first to recover, will go to the furthest balance beam. Side by side on the beam. Now Peggy's hit the front. It's the Travelator next to become the International Gladiators Champion of Champions. Peggy's going for it. Has she got enough? Yes, she has. Peggy Odita from the US of A is the Ladies International Gladiators Champion of Champions. It's like the 4th of July down there. Loreen still struggling up the Travelator. She's getting there. She's there. What a superb athlete and what a courageous runner-up. Swings through the burst. She did Australia proud, but her supporters distraught.
Odita, congratulations. You are the new International Gladiator Champion. Loreen Bavard of Australia proved that 6.5 seconds can evaporate in a hurry.
It can. I just want to say, people don't know these games take a lot out of you physically and mentally. And when you're down, you got to pull from within, because that's where you pull the true champion. And today, I pulled it out. I'm so happy.
Peggy Odita, you had a great run here in Birmingham, England, to present you with the International Gladiator Trophy, last year's champion, Eunice Huthard.
Our very own Eunice hands her the trophy and the trip around the world.
Peggy Odita of the USA, your champion for 1995-96.
You've worked incredibly hard tonight. She had the 6.5-second head start, which it seemed to me you managed to catch up by the time you reached the cargo net.
Yeah, it was a balance beam. She caught in the balance beam. She's a tough competitor. She did really well. Never mind, next time.
We hope so too. It's been great to have you on the show. There is one small consolation prize, and here, who better to present you with it than this fabulous, handsome man, Wesley Berry. There's the prize, there's the trophy. And let's hear it for Loreen Bavard of Australia.
Falcon urging the Aussies in the crowd to show their appreciation, and Loreen hails the new international championship title holder. But it's not over yet. In the men's championship, Pat has a 6-point lead over Shane. That boils down to a 3-second head start.
USA, you will go on my first whistle. Australia, you will go on my second whistle. 3, 2,
America's Pat Chismazia makes his bid for the international title. And here comes Shane Saltmarsh from Australia. Shane, 28 years old, untried over the eliminator. Pat, 26, fastest time over this course, 56 seconds. Onto the hand ladder, Shane on the rope. Galina urging Pat on. And Pat spinning those pedals onto the rollers next. And it looks, if anything, he's extending his lead onto the nets. Shane over the rollers and joins him on the nets. Andrew Halliday urging Shane up the nets, but Pat's going to hit the top first. Sprints to the zip. Pat Chismazia can taste victory and the championship. Splashdown. The graveyard of the balance beam and the travelator line wait. Andrew's in the arena. And Pat, oh, is he going to wobble? Oh, he freezes like a statue on the beam. He gets it together again. Next, it's the travelator. Here he comes. He's there, he pumps up the travelator. Pat Chismazia from the United States, the men's 1995 International Gladiator Champion of Champions. The party's already started as Shane drives himself up the travelator. Shane Saltmarsh came in at the last moment for Andrew Halliday. A gallant effort, recognised by Andrew.
It's nice to see you smile. I guess you're a happy bunny now.
Oh, no, that was perfect all the way through. I'm very pleased with myself on that one.
Just a wee bit of a tinker there on the balance beam.
Yeah, well, that was actually good. I gave myself 10 points on that one. I made it without falling off.
You recovered?
I recovered, that's what I did.
Well, Pat Chismazia, you are the champion of Gladiators, 1996 international champion. And here's last year's champion to present you with a trophy and a trip around the world for 2.
Wes Berry hands the title on to his fellow countrymen, and the crowd acclaim the new king.
Shane, you had to come in a tough position. Andrew gets hurt, your teammate goes down. You really don't have much of a chance to psych yourself up for the entire day, but I think I speak for all the competitors here, the referees, everybody who works on our show. You represented the Australians well, and the Australian team is a force to be reckoned with in international gladiators.
Yeah, thank you. We have got a very strong team, and we knew it was going to come down to who had the most points, and well done to Pat, and so well done to Andrew as well. It's hard to make that decision to pull out.
Yeah, again, Shane, you were a great representative for your country, and Australia, as I said before, was terrific here in Birmingham, England. Shane Saltmarsh from Australia, congratulations. And to present you with the runners-up trophy, Eunice Huthart, last year champion.
So in 1995, America rules the International Gladiator Arena. Shane with the trophy and the runner-up check of £2,000. Andrew Halliday there to share the glory and the cash, I hope. What a great final it's been.
So an amazing ending to an amazing day. Pat Chismazia and Peggy Odita of the USA succeed Eunice Huthart and Wesley Berry as international gladiator champions, and Uli, it was everything we thought it would be.
It certainly was. Nail-biting, heart-stopping, blood, sweat and tears. It was fabulous.
You had to feel, Kimberly, in your first go-round on International Gladiators, other than the tough assignment of having to interview Russian contenders and gladiators, that this was something very special for you.
It certainly was something very special, and on behalf of the Australian Gladiators and challengers and myself, I'd just like to say thank you so much for having us here. It has been the most incredible competition ever.
Well, that does it for us. I hope you enjoyed the show as much as we did. For Kimberly Joseph and Ulrika Johnson, I'm Mike Adamley. We'll see you again next year for another edition of International Gladiators.
Bye.
Good night, everyone.
For safety reasons, do not attempt to recreate any of the events you have seen on Gladiators.
So get on up, show your stuff. Samson, Atlas, and Hercules, they ain't got nothing on the gladiators' expertise. So come and tussle with the muscle, tussle with the muscle. There's a rumble in the jungle, there's a rumble in the jungle. Are you ready? Ready. Are you ready? Ready. Are you ready? Ready, ready? Let's go, let's go. Music with more muscle.
My name is... What? My name is... Who? My name is...
Chuck Bartowski.
My name is... What? My name is... Who? My name is...
Chuck Bartowski.
In the world of global espionage,
Well, there's like Chuck.
hey, there's only one name that matters.
My name is... What? My name is... Who? My name is...
Lester.
No, Chuck. See? There, simple.
The brand new series of Chuck, Tuesday at 9, only on Virgin 1.
Concealing Dearden's body is a crime, and that's what you'll be charged with.
Can't keep a good criminal down, can you?
She thinks we might have a murder.
Who does that to somebody?
Someone's found a skeleton.
Oh, not in that cupboard, I hope.
I'm not in the business of saving souls. I want Fraser, and I want him now.
Weeknights at 9 on Alibi, Sky 132 and Virgin Media 130.
For you, it's a quick way to unblock the sink. For him, it's a quick way to casualty. Look at it from their point of view. For more ideas on how to make your home safe, contact your local Sure Start Children's Centre or call 0800 678 3388.
I want something we haven't had in a while. Something different, something that'll really hit the spot.
Meow.
What do you think of this? You like it?
Mush!
It's showtime.
Damn, that hit the spot. Great films at 9, every Friday from the 17th of July, only on Bravo.
There's a welcome bonus waiting for you when you register with Challenge Jackpot. Give us a call or visit our website, challengejackpot.com. We'll match your first deposit from £10 up to a whopping £200. Challenge Jackpot, your favourite place to play.
The following programme is a paid-for commercial presentation introducing Paint Runner on behalf of B&L Media Limited. Painting ceilings and hard-to-get-at places is everybody's nightmare. Filling messy paint trays, up and down ladders all day long, and sooner or later, the inevitable will happen. And worst of all, there's always the messy clean-up afterwards. And if you don't, your brushes and rollers will be useless next time. But there is another way. Introducing Paint Runner, the no-mess, no-fuss way of painting all the awkward places like ceilings and edges around your home. No mess. Simply fill the Paint Runner's barrel with paint, secure the cap, and away you go. No dipping either, as the paint is contained inside the roller, ready for each smooth application. And best of all, no dripping, as Paint Runner distributes just the right amount of paint you need without flicking paint everywhere. And as for the cleanup, well, it's as easy as turning on a tap. Within a couple of minutes, your Paint Runner is flushed free of paint and ready to roll again. So you won't end up with a collection